Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. Well, let's see what I got for you right now. Before anything, I want to let you guys know I'm not being sponsored by Guzini, which is the com- the commercial van that they're representing. I'm not even sure that's a real company, but that's beyond the point. Now, if you like those type of videos that why cannot a commercial van be made by a luxury brand? Well, these are the type of videos you may like to see. But let's give it a proper presentation. What I got for you right now, it's a 143 scale, 1987 Alfa Romeo AR6. Yes, Alfa Romeo. And this is not the first commercial van that I'm posting by Alfa Romeo. A lot of people usually connect commercial vehicles, commercial vans, pickups with only like mainstream brands. But don't forget, there are some luxury brands out there that are really into their commercial vehicle industry. Alfa Romeo nowadays, they're no longer, that my knowledge knows, are selling commercial vans, but they used to. They used to for a while back in the 70s and earlys. Now they're no longer, again, like I said, no longer my knowledge doing it. But Alfa Romeo is not the only brand. Remember, who else brings you Mercedes Benz? They're really into their commercial van industry. And Mercedes Benz been doing it for a long time. And not just commercial vans, they also into trucks. And they sold pretty well also in the truck industry. So there's always new opportunities for these brands to click into. Another brand, just to not make it even longer, it's Volvo. They don't really make commercial vans, at least now, but they still make trucks and heavy industry. Not sure if they all connected, like the heavy industry with the car, but it's Volvo at the end of the day. So their name is being represented also in trucks and heavy vehicle, heavy equipment industry. Going back to this Alfa Romeo AR6, they were basically a clone of the Fiat Ducato group of commercial vans, and not just the Fiat Ducato. You know, in that group of vehicles since the early days. I mean, this is a first generation of this Fiat Ducato group of car, and it's the Alfa Romeo AR6, the Peugeot J5, the Citroën C25, the Fiat Talento also, and also the Talbot Express. Even Talbot, the old school brand that's no longer in business, they were still around. And this is actually the refreshed looks, but they were around since 1981 till 1993. So they've been around for quite a while. Unfortunately, this was the only generation that Alfa Romeo stick around with. When it came with the second generation, Alfa Romeo is no longer in the group of commercial vans. Actually, not just Alfa Romeo, also Talbot left the group, but and also I think Peugeot Boxer before after that. But going back to this one, now let's talk about engines before I keep extending it to different areas. Uh, Petrol gasoline engines, you had a 1.8 and a 2.0. Not sure because remember, there's a refreshed look. This is the later generations. I posted the older generation in the video before. Also, if you look into the Alfa Romeo playlist, you're gonna see it there. So I said engines, petrol engines. I'm sorry, I'm speaking too fast. I'm like because I don't want to make this video like 12 minutes. I want to make sure it doesn't stay that long. So going back to gasoline or petrol, 1.8 and a 2.0, both of them were four cylinders. Then diesel engines, you had a 1.9, a 1.9 turbo. Also, you had a 2.5 4 cylinder, and then you got a 2.4, 2.5, I guess was in between, turbo 4 cylinder. Okay. All right, everyone. Uh, it says here the Alfa Romeo was a badged engineer Ducato sold by Alfa Romeo on the Italian market only as a replacement for the Alfa Romeo Romeo. It was available in two different wheelbases as a passenger van and also a commercial van. And if you needed a pickup, you also had a pickup truck. Okay, it was also the final commercial vehicle sold by Alfa Romeo. All right, I'm gonna let this nice looking van. I mean, commercial van after all, but quite nice looking. Go around a few times, and I'll be right. I'm sorry, I moved the table. All right, everyone. So, what do you guys think about this van? Obviously, I'm gonna ask more like an open question because I know this car was only basically this van was basically only sold in the Italian market. I think I said in another I posted other videos. I think it was the Fiat Ducato or the I forgot which one, but I have the Ducato, I have the Peugeot J5, and also the Citroen C25. But I think it was a Fiat Ducato that I posted on. What do you guys think about this model? I mean, it's a van after all. I know the question will be like, what is it to see? There's a van with four wheels. But I always like to see more in depth. Like, do you find them that were good looking? Were they reliable? Were they sold? How did you remember in your country? How were they sold as? What brand? And for my Italian friends, were this Alfa Romeo AR6 a reliable van? Do you actually still see them around? Hey, or maybe you got lucky in your country that were driven to your country or exported, and now there's an Alfa Romeo AR6 in your the streets of your town or city. Who knows? You let me know. It's 1987 model. All right, everyone. Don't forget to give me a beautiful thumbs up. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate. And don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button. That will remind you when I'm posting more videos. Take care of yourselves, as I always say, more than ever, and goodbye.